Shalom, shalom. Israel's brothers Abayella coming back at you another cold cut. I would like to give our praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the men out there in the highways and byways, pushing this truth and honesty and sincerity. I magnifying the name of the Lord in these last days. And mighty shalom to the sisters out there, pushing this truth by guiding their households and being a mighty example to the other sisters out there, right? And raising up their children in this truth, right? Shalom, shalom. And the mighty children as well, keeping the commandments, staying in front of the peer pressure and the lust that this world has to offer in these last days. Shalom, shalom, right? It's gonna be a very quick cold cut, just going into you never you never receive blessings from the Lord, and you always want to you want to see blessings from the Lord. But brother, you don't give charity, you don't give out anything, you don't help. It's like you only help your fellow neighbor. You don't do anything, but you're a niggard, right? All you want to do is receive, receive, receive. You don't receive, you don't give out any blessings, or help the poor of your people, but you want to receive things from the Most High. It's not how that works. So like it doesn't. All right, it's not how that works, man. All right, you have to be willing to give more than to just receive. At the end of the day, let me go to the book of Acts. All right, it's the book of Acts, chapter 20 and verse 35. What does it say? I've showed you all things, how that so laboring you ought to support the weak. So when you're working hard, you ought to support the weak. Labor, that's what Paul just said, right? He said, at laboring, you ought to support the weak, man. Right? And it says, you ought to support the weak and remember the words of the Lord Yahweh Shah, how he said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. You got to remember the words of the Lord. The Lord said it's more blessed to give than to receive. When the Lord said always ask for something. When the Lord said, oh yeah, it's always good to receive, give when you can. The Lord says more blessed. You should be thinking about how to give out more than what you're actually getting in, man. All right. Here's 2 Corinthians 9 and 7. Shalaki. All right, let's look at 2 Corinthians 9 and 7. All right. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 7. Every man according as he purposed in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly out of necessity. So you don't want to give just because you want to get something back. You want to give and then give grudgingly. You kind of hold, you always remember. There's brothers like that, man. I don't like, brothers, or sisters who kind of give, but you always remember. You always bring it up too. Man. Ooh. Remember I gave you that car? All right. What about that $20? You remember that too? Yeah, I'm calling in that favor. And you always want to call it. You the brother that's always want to call in favors. What do you mean calling a favor, brother? You gave me this watch. You said I could have. You said it looked good on me for my event. What do you mean you calling that in? I wouldn't accept it if brother I knew he's calling that favor. Brothers just be out here calling favors in, man. That's off. You can't be calling favors, right? Ooh. Yup. All right. Yeah. So I gave you that car last week. I'm gonna need about $1,000, brother. You can't say no because I did give you. Yes. Yes. Grudgingly, the Lord will kill you for that. You can't be giving grudgingly just because you're gonna get something back. All right. And it says, not grudgingly or of necessity, for the Most High loveth a cheerful giver. So the Most High said He loves a cheerful giver. The Most High wants a person that's gonna give and not look for things in return. That's the type of brother and sister the Most High is looking for. Because when the Most High calling this favor for you, what if the Most High commanded His life from you right now? Hey, you deserve to die many times. The Most High said, "Yep, I'm calling in that favor, and He to kill you right now." Now He does do that with certain people when they deserve to get judged on that level. His mercy is according to who He has mercy. But what about you? You're supposed to be gone, but you're in this truth. All right, you're supposed to be gone, but you're in this truth. The Most High, he loves a cheerful giver, man. You ask the Lord, and the Most High said, He'll give it to you if you just believe, paraphrase, man. How much, let me read that again. Every man according as he purposed in his heart, right? As he planned in his mind, so let him give, man. Not grudgingly, meaning you're not holding on to certain things, right? Or out of necessity. You're not doing it just because you want to get something back. But what? For the Most High loveth a cheerful giver, man. And the Most High is able to make all grace abound towards you, that you always have all sufficiency in all things may abound to every good work. So the Most High can make all grace abound towards you. He doesn't. You don't have him do that, man. He knows how to do that, right? But he makes all grace abound towards you, so you can, for your best interest, to increase in this thing. Because the Most High wants you to actually increase because he cares for your well-being. How much? How many brothers and sisters given, you know, because you actually care for the other, the other person's well-being? Or you actually care if you actually want to see them get home instead of just saying it. All right, Lord, will you get home safe, brother? How are you too? I can't wait till you pay me back. Damn, we ain't gonna pay me back. I needed that money. Damn, I'm gonna pay it. I'm gonna get that money. And that's all you think of. That's all you meditate on. Instead of that, brother, actually get home safe and sound. Let's go to Matthew 6:1. All right, this is the book of Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 6:1. So these are kind of rules that the Lord laid down for giving alms. Right? It says, take heed that you do not your alms before men to be seen of them, or otherwise you have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. So you don't want to give just because men is watching. You giving just so men can kind of applaud you. That's not why you should want to give. Right? The Most High not gonna look upon that. Right? Verse 2. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound the trumpet before thee, as all the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory in men. Very I said to you, they have the reward. Yeah. Before you give you kind of give that money away. Before you kind of you doing your thing with the poor, and you giving back to your people. You don't get on Instagram Live. Don't get on Facebook Live. You on your channel on YouTube Live talking about, yeah, man, giving back to the poor. You know how we do it out here, man. It's a Connecticut thing. It's an Illinois thing. It's a Chicago thing. We giving back. We giving back to the poor, man. You see that? Hey, how you like that, brother? He said he liked that, man. All right, and you doing that for the camera, man. Guess what? You have your reward. The Most High is not gonna honor that, man. The Most High gonna he's not gonna look at on that as a mighty thing. You already have your reward. What blessings do you need from me? You got the praise of man because you wanted the praise of man. If you really cared about the Most High watching you, you wouldn't record it because you already know the Most High is recording all things anyway with the angels. All right? You don't want to sound a trumpet before you kind of call up 10 people and say, yeah, I'm about to give back to the poor today. Ooh, what you doing today? You kind of just asking them questions just because you want them to ask you what you doing today. Oh, yeah, you ask what I'm doing today? Shit, I'm about to get back to the poor. You know, we love my people, man. Yeah, I'm about to upload this video soon too throughout this day. But after I give back, to the poor, I'm gonna be doing, and you kind of just doing it, saying it over and over again, just so people can say, "Man, you're very mighty. We need more people like you on the earth. That's what we need. We need more people like you, so the earth can be a better place." And you kind of, when people say, they say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, that's true," but you was the only one of me. Yeah, but yeah, I'm about to go donate to this poor road. And you kind of just making a big show about it. The Lord not going to honor that thing. Do not sound your trumpet before you give alms. Verse 4, that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret, himself seeth in secret, himself shall reward thee openly. So the Most High said, if you doing these things in secret and honesty, integrity, the Most High will reward you openly before the world. Don't worry about this. The Most High got you. The Most High will do that for you. All right, but you gotta do it the right way first when you're giving back to the poor. Right? And go to the book of Tobit 4:16. It's Tobit 4 and 16. What the Lord said. Give of thy bread to the hungry, and of thy garments to them that are naked, and according to thy abundance give alms. And let not thy eye be envious when thou givest alms. So the Lord said, give of thy bread to the hungry, man. Don't be afraid to lose your food to someone that may not be able to get it. You see, brother, you can eat in 2 hours. Brother, you can eat the next day. That brother you giving your food to may not even be here tomorrow. He don't even know if he gonna eat the next day. He don't know what his next meal is coming from. All he know is that he got a meal right here and right now. He operated on the right now. Brother, just give your food to the hungry. I pay for this. He gives, I pay for my hard on money. Shit. Oh, you going to look. But that's be come on, brother. All right, what else? And it says, in of thy garments to them that are naked. Your clothes on your back. You may have to give your clothes on the back for a brother. Yeah, we do that amongst each other in W5. Brothers don't got no boots. Brother don't got no socks. Brother don't got this, that, and that. And brother got it. I got you out here. Let me give you this real quick. I think I got some in my trunk. Let me get you this real quick. You want to be able to do that and be there for brothers, right? And it says, in according to thy abundance, give alms. And according to your abundance, give alms, man. You make $1 million per year, but you only donate $20 in alms a month. Talking about, yeah, I'm still donating to the church. I'm still donating, to Jake out there. Brother, you only donate $20 a month out of 1 million. That's not according to abundance, right? Hey, you may make $30,000 per year and you donate $10,000 per year, right? In different things, giving back to the camp, right? Giveaways for the poor. That's according to your abundance. Give alms, man. Right? You may have $20 and you give away 10, half your money to Jake, man. Don't be afraid to lose that money, man. Right? And you're gonna get that back if it be the Most High's will, man. If you're doing it honestly, sincerely. On a spiritual level, when the Most High said, "Give up thy bread to the hungry," you got to be able to break down these words, break down these scriptures. Remember these? Let me go to the book of Job 23 and 12. These scriptures, right, are your food as well. So on a spiritual level, you want to be able to teach your people. This is Job chapter 23 and 12. Neither have I gone back from the commandments of his lips. Right? I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food. So the food that Job, Job, he got hungry. He's a man. He got hungry. He said, but no, hell no. I need to eat spiritually. I need to eat these words spiritually. Right? I need to digest these words and understand these words better than my necessary food. So these scriptures, are your food as well. You want to know how to break this food or break this bread down and give it out by portions to the people, right? And feed the people. Hey, the Lord said you got to give up your garments, man, unto those that are naked. What does that mean? Spiritual garments. You want to get your brothers and sisters to take off the worldly clothing and to put on these all white garments, right? Isn't that? I'm going to Zechariah 33 real quick. Two quick precepts on that. Zechariah chapter 3 and verse 3. Now Joshua was clothed with filthy garments and stood before the angel, and he answered. And he spake unto those that stood before him, saying, take away the filthy garments from him. And unto him he said, behold, I have caused thy iniquity to pass from thee, and I will clothe thee with the change of raiment. You got to clothe people with the change of raiment, just like how Joshua was clothed with the change of raiment. Huh? He took away the filthy garments and threw. He said, hey, put this on, and put a fair mitre upon his head, man. Hey, Jacob in Genesis 35 and verse 2 on down said, he got his household to change their garments and put away the strange gods. You have to take away your filthy garments. You got to changing your garments from your brothers and sisters out there that don't know what's going on, and kind of show them that white robe and say, hey, I put this on, right? And break down the scriptures to them. So on a spiritual level, we got to give back, right, to our brothers and our sisters as well, right? And that's ultimately in the law. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 15. Let's end off that. All right. That's Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 7. If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren with any of thy gates in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thy heart nor shut thy hand from thy poor brother. So the Most High said, if you give you abundance and a brother be poor, you can't shut your hand from your poor brother. You can't do that. It's going off, right? That nigga, you better get it, because you better come up how I came up, right? Get it how you live. I gotta get it how I live. Right? Dog eat dog world. There's no dog eat dog word in the scriptures. You gotta be able to, help your brothers in a time of need. Verse 8, but thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him. Did the Most High just say, open your hand unto him? He said, open your hand wide, man. You got to be more than willing to give back to your people, right? And it says, and shall surely lend him sufficient for his need in that which he wanted, man. All right. Beware that shall I beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart, saying, the seventh year releases a hand, and that I be evil against thy poor brother, and that thou givest him naught, and he cry unto the Lord against thee to be sent unto thee. And hey, if you have something and you refuse to give it to your brother, saying, "Hey, the Most High gonna have mercy on you. Just be patient and wait on the Lord." And you know that brother, it's 20 degrees outside. You know you need a jacket. You got 3 jackets on, brother. He said, "Just be patient on the Lord. You are gonna come up like I came up soon." All right, just be patient on the Lord, baby boy. Then you kind of walk away. That's evil, man. You tell him be patient on the Lord, baby boy, and walk away. And he's shivering in his butt off, man. And you got 3 jackets on, all Montclair jackets. And the last one, Tommy Hilfiger. He said, hey, stay easy, baby boy. And you walk away. The Lord gonna destroy you, man, and your jackets, and give it unto him, right? Because if you cry unto the Lord, that's a sin unto you. That's a law in the scripture saying you have to help the poor your people, right? And know who you're helping as well, because you can't just help everybody. Sirach 12 and 4 on that. But help those that are honesty and sincerity. But that was just a quick cold cut. Is going into charity more abundant. I like to give our praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Wabalak, Yahweh Shah. All right. Practice giving back in these last days and not holding grudgingly. You know, but Khan, Lord willing, you was edified, and that you take the initiative to start giving back to the poor your people. My black is I like to give our praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Shabbat. And Shalom.